going?
To clean out the car.
Huh?
To clean out the car.
Oh, you want to do that?
Yeah.
Cool.
Do we have wipes for like the dashboard and stuff, or do I need to go buy them?
Needs turn to get him. I never got him. I love you. Yep, it needs a defrost.
but a vision. Break!
Time to twirl! Holy Mr. Twirl! This big diamond, it's all yours! Time to twirl!
Show no mercy.
Time to twirl! Time to twirl! Hit! Time to twirl! Time to twirl!
The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Time to twirl! Time to twirl! This big diamond, it's all yours! Time to twirl! Woohoo! Hey! Time to twirl! Time to twirl! This big diamond, it's all yours! Time to twirl!
Here, there's thunder.
Eliminating threat.
This will strengthen our position.
Upgrade configured. Is there anything interesting here? I doubt it. good to see you again. I've heard from Miss Eris that under your superb management, the museum is on the verge of regaining the thriving crowds of its heyday. If the momentum continues, and if the History Culture Hall can reopen on schedule, the museum's complete revival is surely just around the corner. So... you guessed it already. I'm afraid there's been another theft. Like the previous cases, a valuable item was stolen from our exhibit. This time in the History Culture Hall. The item in question has a connection to you. Have I piqued your curiosity? It'll be easier to explain once we're actually in the History Culture Hall. Why don't I take you there now? With an exhibit like this, all Belabagians will know your story. You can probably guess from the name that the History Culture Hall houses artifacts, replicas, and documents that are of great historical significance to Belobog. Every passing day, we Belabagians must continue every child and this is the item in question. This projector is a limited edition version, custom made for the museum. The only one of its kind in the whole of Belobog. It can produce images with a resolution up to... Oh, sorry. I'm doing my tour guide thing again. I'm sure someone as well-traveled as yourself has seen much fancier equipment than this. Nice try keeping a straight face. The issue isn't the projector, but the microfilm that goes into it. It's the most crucial piece of this exhibit, and it was stolen. There were some very valuable images on that film, and we hadn't gotten around to making a backup. I must admit, the thieves chose a good target, and they were fast and efficient. Slide projection is a new addition to the museum. It was intended to be a surprise for visitors when the History Culture Hall reopened. If we don't recover the microfilm, the hall's opening will have to be postponed indefinitely. Some of the images stored on that film are related to you, Miss March 7th, and Master Don Hong. The curators of the museum wanted to take this opportunity to tell the story of the Astral Express's visit to Belobog. The parts related to you are only a small portion of the collection. Is that your phone? Was that a message from Lady Branya? This theft case has been dragging on for too long. She must have decided to intervene. If she can delegate more resources to the investigation, that should help it move forward faster. No point in waiting around here then. Let's go pay Lady Branya a visit.
welcome. If I'm not mistaken, the two of you just rushed over here from the History and Culture Museum? I appreciate your coming here on such short notice. I should have gotten involved earlier, but I was tied up with other responsibilities. My apologies for letting you take on the investigation without proper support.
Lady Branya, we never saw it like that.
There's no one else here, Pela. No need for such formality.
Okay, Miss Branya.
I heard that you helped recover a number of valuable items for the museum, and that you've been running the museum as a part-time manager? Do you have any insights into this serial theft case? Is that so? I see. In any case, this fiasco has been going on right under our noses for too long. Regardless of how cunning and talented the culprit may be, we must draw them out and demonstrate the resolve of the architects. I will issue an immediate directive to mobilize all on-duty Silverman guards in the city to conduct a door-to-door investigation. You're familiar with many of the locals in the administrative district, right? If possible, I'd like you to head to the city center and see if they have any clues to offer us.
Understood. We'll head there at once, Miss Branya. Guess you're stuck with me again for this assignment. Let's meet up at Fountain Plaza. This place is an endless stream of people. Where do we start? Agreed. That'll be more efficient. I remember lots of folks like to relax around the plaza. Let's head there first.
The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Time to twirl! Time to twirl!
Show no mercy.
Time to twirl!
Eliminating threat. Are you alright? Take that, Clara.
Time to twirl! This big diamond! It's all yours! Time to twirl!
Conflict is pitiless.
Woohoo! Time to twirl! Help me, Mr. Twirl!
The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Time to twirl! Time to twirl! This big diamond! It's all yours! Time to twirl!
Hear this thunder.
Time to twirl!
Eliminating threat.
Hey! Time to twirl! This big diamond! It's all yours! Time to twirl! Woohoo! Time to twirl!
Was that it? When faced with an army, by show no mercy.
Pick up. My turn.
Here, this thunder. Conflict is pitiless.
Wow, my turn.
Is that it?
Lance! Forward!
Show no mercy.
Hit!
Please, and victory!
That!
Here, this thunder.
Poor loser! What's in your prescription?
Conflict is pitiless.
Lance! Forward!
Show no mercy.
Pick up. My turn.
Hit!
Conflict is pitiless.
That! Lance! Forward!
Here, this thunder. Show no mercy.
Please, and victory!
Conflict is pitiless.
What's in your prescription? My turn.
Here, this thunder.
Lance! Forward!
Pick up. Come on.
Hit!
Battles are chess games. No two are alike. A few games of chess will while away the time.
Where to find Isaac a wife. Genesis chapter 24, verses 1 through 20. Jesus, thank you for a new day. You are so holy and good. Thank you, Jesus, that we could take this time and don't have to be in the fields working. We could actually, in the general, escape the heat. We are blessed. Thank you for these blessings. May we use it to think about you, to read about you, and give you praise and glory whenever we're playing video games and reading the writings of the ancients, the spirit-inspired writings of the ancients. For your good, thank you for being thank you for looking at other gods. They suck. Reading other pantheons and other stories, they're a mess. But you're good. Every time I read more about you and how you interact, I just in a space of thankfulness. So be with us as we wrestle out this confusion. Amen. So Abraham was old, advanced in years, and Yahweh had blessed Abraham in every way. Abraham said to the senior servant in his household, who controlled everything that he had, "Put your hand under my thigh, and I will get you to swear by Yahweh, the God of heaven and the God of earth, that you will not get a wife for my son from the daughters of the Canaanites among whom I am living. But go to my country, to my home, and get a wife for my son Isaac." The servant said to him, "Perhaps the woman will not be willing to follow me to this country. Should I actually take her son back to the country that you came from?" Abraham said to him, "Make sure you do not take my son back there. Yahweh, the God of heaven, who took me from my father's household and from my homeland, and spoke to me and swore to me, 'To your offspring I'll give this country.' He will send his aid ahead of you, and you will get a wife for my son from there. If the woman is not willing to follow you, then you'll be clear of this oath to me. Only do not take my son back there." So the servant put his hand under the thigh of his master Abraham and swore to him concerning this matter. The servant took 10 of his master's camels and went with all the good things belonging to his master. He sat out and came to Aram Naharaim, to Nahor's city. He made the camels kneel down outside the city at the well of water at evening time, the time when the woman who drew water can't come out. He said, "Yahweh, God of my master Abraham, do make things happen for me today. Act in commitment to my master Abraham. Now, I am standing by the spring of water, and the daughters of the townspeople are coming out to draw water. May the girl to whom I say, 'Do put down your jar so that I can drink,' and she says, 'Drink, and I will also water your camels. May she be the one you have decided on for your servant Isaac. By this I shall acknowledge that you have acted in commitment to my master.'" Before he had finished speaking, there was Rebekah, who had been born to Bethuel, son of Milcah, wife of Nahor, Abraham's brother, coming out with her jar on her shoulder. The girl was very beautiful in appearance, a young woman that no one had slept with. She went down to the spring, filled her jar, and came up. The servant ran to meet her and said, "Do let me sip a little water from your jar." She said, "Drink, sir," and quickly lowered her jar onto her hand and let him drink. When she had finished letting him drink, she said, "I will draw water for your camels as well until they have finished drinking." She quickly emptied her jar into the trough. ran back to the well to draw water, and drew for all his camels. And you want to do this before commentary? Okay, so let's quickly recap what we just read, okay? So, Abraham is old. He has a son. He wants Abraham to go to his people and get a wife for him. And he asks his servants to make a commitment to go there. Not have Isaac go back, but to go there and get a wife. And here comes a daughter of one of his relatives who comes out, and she looks promising. All right, we'll be right back. Get Brohim some ice cream. When you make your short list of the things that you pray most concerning your children, their being able to marry the right person and keep that marriage going is near the top of the list. Our sons married beautiful, strong women whom we love and admire, and we were relieved to be able to entrust our sons to them in order that as wives they can do with them what we failed to do. I joke, maybe, that it was when we had gotten our sons into the arms of good women that we were able to flee the country. When they married, our sons were only a few years older than we had been. But the sons with children sometimes speaks a little wistfully about not having enough energy for parenthood at his age. And he is only in his 30s. I read about men in their 50s or 60s marrying younger women and starting a family, and I wonder what it would be like to be in your 60s or 70s and be the father of teenagers. I also wonder what it will be like for the mother whose husband therefore likely dies before sons and daughters get married. It must be worrying, odd, and grievous having to arrange a marriage for your son or daughter when your spouse has already died. In a traditional society, people commonly marry as teenagers, as Rebecca is about to do, and your children would start marrying before you were middle-aged. But you might then die when you're quite young, as happened to one of Abraham's brothers and one of his daughters-in-law. Once again, a mother or father might have to arrange marriage without the involvement of a partner. In a sense, this situation raises easier questions in the West, where we leave the decision about whom to marry to the people who are least likely to make a sensible decision. My prospective father-in-law so disapproved of me that he threatened not to come to the wedding, but it did not make Anne and me think about terminating the relationship. In a traditional society such as Abraham's, he has to take responsibility for the matter. He too has to do so on his own as a result of Sarah's having Isaac in her old age, whatever that would mean in real figures. In such a society, it is customary to marry someone from outside your household but inside your extended family. Though extended family means something rather more extended than it means in the West. In large part, it is a matter of practicality concerning not eugenics but relationships. Marrying someone inside the household is just too disturbing to the household's way of working and relating. On the other hand, Israelites typically lived in villages comprising 2 or 3 households that could trace their inner relationship to common family origins. Abraham's own story illustrates how such a household would be larger than Westerners would think of it as a household. In fact, not so different from what Westerners might think of an extended family. In a village, they would occupy a number of actual households, but all under one head. The natural place to find a wife or husband is one of the other households in the village. Abraham's problem is that his household is separated from the other households in his broader family or clan. So he needs to send back home for a wife for Isaac. The story provides no rationale for this. It is just obvious that this is what you will do, as it is obvious in a Western context that young men and women find their own partners and that their parents may discover who it is only when the arrangements are cut and dried. Abraham's strong instances, I won't say instinct, but that is strong insistence. Insistence. Oh, Abraham's strong insistence about Isaac's not marrying someone from among the Canaanites nuances all this. It would ring bells for people listening to Genesis, in whose context the Canaanites are people practicing a religion. Yeah. You know, my friend? So, I don't know if you know this, but I actually, skipped most of school. And I got my GED. So, they're just things that I just was never taught. And that comes from my very difficult growing up family dynamic, which means I was in a very toxic household. You know what toxic household means? Yeah, it was not a good thing to grow up in. Yeah. Abraham's strong insistence about Isaac's not marrying someone from among the Canaanites nuances all this. It would ring bells for people listening to Genesis, in whose context the Canaanites are people practicing a religion that often attracts Israelites and influences them in a way that proper Old Testament faith disapproves of. We have noted in one instance the way Middle Eastern religion could approve of the sacrifice of a child when the Torah and the prophets do not. Western thinking keeps ethnic considerations and religious considerations in separate compartments, at least in theory, but this is another of those oddities of our particular culture. Usually ethnic considerations and religious ones are mixed up. On the surface of the story, Isaac's not marrying a Canaanite girl is a cultural and ethnic principle, but it also presupposes a religious principle. A Canaanite spouse will lead you into Canaanite ways. It is particularly vital that this does not happen to Isaac and that he marries the right kind of girl, because he is the one through whom God intends to bring blessing to the world. Paradoxically, He has to stay separate from the world in order to be a blessing to it. So it is not mere chronological precision that makes this Genesis last story about Abraham. Making sure Isaac marries the right kind of girl is Abraham's last significant act. After that, he can die. His work is done. This also explains why Abraham can be absolutely confident about God's ensuring that his aid search will be successful. God's own plan depends on it. These considerations also link with Abraham's insistence that the servant not take Isaac himself back to Abraham's homeland. Being in the country is tied up with the fulfillment of that purpose. Leaving the country would involve a kind of going back on God's purpose. It becomes necessary for Jacob and for Jacob's family, though the reasons for and the consequences of that are not happy. All right, friend. We read, and you can start. Okay.
Ready to sign the petition? Have any other questions? Ah, you mean the items that have been disappearing mysteriously from the History and Culture Museum? I heard tell. I wonder if they got their hands on the original manuscripts of Tale of the Winterlands.
Absolutely not. Don't worry, man. I will protect those manuscripts with my life.
Oh, wow! That's a relief to hear. I didn't realize you were so passionate.
Sorry about that. Back to the topic at hand. Do you have any clues that could be linked to the theft of the museum's artifacts? Have you noticed anything unusual lately?
Well, let me think. The editorial department has been recruiting recently. The new editor-intern was scolded by the editor-in-chief a few times, and then... Oh, sorry. These are all everyday occurrences. I really don't know of any noteworthy clues. Maybe you could try asking the other people around here?
I see. Sorry for taking up your time. Let's move along then.
I remember you. Do you have any questions after reading the Scam Prevention Guide? Perhaps you've decided to join the Dark Blue Scam Victims Association. How could I not? Precious items from the History and Culture Museum have been stolen one after another, and the culprit remains at large, despite the Silvermane Guard's noblest efforts to track them down. I'll tell you the truth. I've been preparing to publicly accuse the person responsible for this whole thing for 2 days now.
Ooh.
Huh? Oh, wait. So you have incriminating evidence against the culprit?
Evidence? Who needs evidence? Let me tell you, there is only one person in all of Bellabau who could do such a thing. That shameless blue-haired fraudster.
Oh.
You guys are here to investigate the case? Perfect. I'll give you a list of the culprit's scams, too.
Sorry, sir. Today we're only here to investigate the museum thefts. And we can't close the case without evidence. If you come across any reliable clues, please report them to an on-duty Silvermane guard. Let's get going.
Children of the Everwinter City, proud citizens of the preservation, hold your heads up high. Grind not against the mundane vulgarities of your everyday lives. Always remember, deep in your hearts, the teachings of the architects and the Supreme Guardian. Oh, if it isn't the savior of Belobog, the Guardian's honored guest, child of the galaxy and stars. Welcome back to our eternally snow-covered, yet forever beautiful winter metropolis.
Can you please answer the question we just asked?
I haven't heard of any stolen artifacts. These days, I'm too busy praising the grace of the preservation to be distracted by worldly
go.
matters. However, if your hearts are troubled by this affair, then I hope that Klepoth will bestow their blessings upon you both, and that you may soon find the evildoer who committed such a crime.
Thanks for your well wishes. Let's move on. Another half day gone, and nothing to show for it. Ugh. Culprit is still hiding in the shadows. Can't we find even one lead?
Ah, if it isn't Belobog's most adorable public servant, and the magnificent outsider. Good day to you. I have seen you on many occasions near the Everwinter Monument teaching children the history of Belobog. Oh, I am truly in awe of your knowledge and patience.
Okay, thanks for the compliment, I guess. May I ask, with whom do we have the pleasure of speaking?
I am Wallace Cambridge Limestein, the 25th head of the Limestein family. I am honored to make your acquaintance. And yes, I am familiar with this outsider next to you. He often walks right past me without so much as a greeting. I am Wallace Cambridge Limestein, the 25th head of the Limestein...
All right, we got it. Mr. Limestein, is there something you want to discuss with us?
As a matter of fact, I do. I noticed you two had been wandering around Executive Plaza for some time now, stopping to ask questions at every turn, so I surmised you were investigating something important. As it so happens, I witnessed a strange incident recently that left me quite puzzled. And after reflecting on it for a time, I decided it would be most appropriate to inform public officials.
This incident, is it related to the museum thefts?
I can't say for sure that it's directly related, but a friend of mine I no longer hear from used to frequent the museum and often talked about its exhibits with a group of us tea lovers.
So by no longer hear from, you mean you've been unable to get in touch with this friend of yours?
Precisely. His name is Norbert. We used to chat during lunch breaks in the lobby of the Goethe Hotel, along with a few other high-class individuals, of course. And one day, Norbert suddenly stopped showing up to our tea parties. It was as though he disappeared into thin air. I still remember the last thing he said to me. Limestein, listen to me. One must be ambitious in life. I'm gonna do something big for once.
Be ambitious in life? Do something big for once? Coming from the mouth of a wealthy gentleman, that sounded rather curious to me. This Norbert guy, do you know what his line of work was?
I'm not entirely sure. I never asked. What a preposterous statement. You wouldn't understand. Friendship between gentlemen is as pure as water. We are all dignified people. Why bother with such trivial matters?
In the eyes of most people, there's a world of difference between trivial matters and a career. I have recorded all the clues you provided, Mr. Limestein. Thank you for putting your trust in the Silvermane Guards. We will keep you informed if there are any developments in the investigation.
No, I should be thanking you, young lady of the guards. Well then, if that's all, I shall take my leave.
I wonder if this friend of Mr. Wallace has anything to do with the museum thefts. That's enough detective work for today. Questioning more people would just be a waste of energy. Let's go report back to Lady Branya. Miss Branya, we're back.
Thank you both for your hard work. Did you find out anything in the administrative district?
We didn't find anything directly related to the museum thefts, but there was one thing worth noting.
I see. It was the man from the Limestein family who provided the information. Norbert. I feel like I've heard that name somewhere before. Please give me a moment to see if I can recall. I remember now. The Minister of Transportation, Noel, has a nephew named Norbert. I believe he's currently working in the municipal department as a transportation coordinator. Norbert's position is indeed an idle one. It's no wonder he has time to socialize with members of the Limestein family. If what Wallace said is right, then Norbert must have been missing for several days already. There must be someone who knows where he is. Even if they want to keep the young man secret, they'll cough it up with the right kind of encouragement. Kyle, can I ask you a favor? I would like you to visit the residence of Mr. Noel and ask around regarding the whereabouts of Mr. Norbert.
Understood, Madam Guardian. Lady Branya, Miss Pela, I have returned.
You were quite expedient, Kyle. Did you find anything out from the Department of Transportation?
It took a little prodding, but a few of the more timid attendants started speaking up. They say that Mr. Norbert was indeed leaving at odd hours recently. Whenever someone would ask where he was headed, he'd mumble something about going to the shopping street to inspect the site. The attendants think he might have a love interest, someone he doesn't want his family to know about. They haven't mentioned anything to the Minister of Transportation.
Going out at unusual hours, the shopping street, could it be? I have a request. I'd like the two of you to scout out Backwater Pass and see whether anything is happening there. While the two of you were busy questioning people in the city, I received some tip-offs. One source said that suspicious people were recently seen sneaking around the Fragmentum corrosion zone, and that the Silvermane guards didn't prevent them from entering. Together with Norbert's mumblings about a shopping street, I think all these clues are pointing in one direction.
So this Mr. Norbert could well be the museum thief we're looking for? We can't hold off a moment longer. Hurry! Let's go arrest that scoundrel!
My apologies, I have a lot of business to attend to at present. I won't be joining you. Good luck recovering the stolen items.
We can't delay a moment longer. We need to move now. something doesn't feel right. It's obviously an abandoned shopping street, but it also feels like people were here not too long ago. We must be cautious. Whether the culprit is Norbert or someone else, he certainly has no shortage of helpers. Shh! There are people talking inside. Let's see if we can hear them.
But sir, pretending to be a Silvermane guard is a serious crime.
Stop acting like a wimp. You think you can make a fortune with that kind of attitude? Don't overthink things. Just play your part. Today's password is roast the sausage, not the bread. You got that?
Sausage.
Got it, sir. Roast the sausage, not the bread.
Don't let anything in that doesn't know the password. Not even a fly. You got that?
Don't worry, Mr. Norbert. I understand.
So it is Norbert after all. And he's making his accomplice impersonate a Silvermane guard. The audacity. We found the culprit. Now we just have to catch him red-handed.
You two, don't move.
Must be the accomplice. Let's think fast.
Say the password, or get out of here! This isn't any old shopping street, you know. Huh? Yes, that's correct.
So, you're gonna let us in now? We need to talk to Mr. Norbert about some important business-related matters.
Wait, did you just say Mr. Norbert?
Hold
Who are you guys? This whole operation, the boss hasn't shown his face once. How could a couple of outsiders just walk in knowing his name?
Looks like our cover's blown. Guess we'll have to do this the hard way. Stop this! Time to twirl! Rise, Phoenix! Time to twirl! Time to twirl! This big diamond! It's all yours! Time to twirl!
Annihilate.
We'll probably end up running into more of Norbert's goons up ahead. We should proceed with caution.
Nice.
Mission command.
I told you they were sick. Time to twirl! Rise, Phoenix! Dodge this! Time to twirl!
Stay back, Clara.
Oh, he moves your swirl!
Mission command. Annihilate.
Time to twirl! This big diamond! It's all yours! Time to twirl! You're not going anywhere!
Are you all right?
I'm
Mission
okay.
command.
I hope I helped.
Look, it's Norbert again. Let's see what he's talking about this time.
And the film? Is it packed and ready to go?
Right here, boss. The buyer's arriving soon. Here, this way.
Very good, very good. Well done. Patience. Soon we will all be rich.
Film! Did you hear that? That film he mentioned must be the same one that was stolen from the museum. Why would someone from such a wealthy family do something like this for money? It's unbelievable. We have to find a way to stop this before they sell the film.
Time to bust some kneecaps.
Time to twirl! Time to twirl! Woohoo! This big diamond! It's all yours! Time to twirl! Dodge this! Rise, Phoenix! Time to twirl!
I hope I helped.
Oh gosh.
Wait, don't make a move yet. We should take some pictures as evidence in case the culprit denies the charges. Your equipment probably has better specs than mine. I'll leave the picture taking to you.
Follow, 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 follow.
Norbert of the Cusper family, and everyone else here. Turn around and face me. Put your hands where I can see them.
What's going on? Who are you two?
Wallace says hi.
What's going on here, Norbert? Didn't you say your security was impenetrable?
Minions! I mean, Silvermane guards! Get rid of these intruders immediately!
Minions.
You've got a lot of nerve drawing your weapons in front of an intelligence officer of the Silvermane Guards. Come on, let's give these imposters a taste of justice.
For justice.
Stay back, Clara.
Time to twirl!
Stay back, Clara.
Oh, he moves your swirl!
Eliminating threat.
Time to twirl!
Stay close. Not a step back.
Dodge this!
Mission command.
Time to twirl! This big diamond! It's all yours! Finally! Hey! I won't break. Time to twirl! You're not going anywhere! Rise, Phoenix!
Hide.
On my mark. Here stands the Silvermane Guard. Give it up!
We're not going
Eliminating threat.
There's no point in resisting, Mr. Norbert. Your accomplices have been subdued. There's nowhere to run. You had the audacity to tell your men to disguise themselves as Silvermane guards. I'll be interested to see what kind of sentence the adjudication panel gives you.
You... this isn't right! You have no evidence of wrongdoing! We're just here to...
Still in denial? Your secret dealings have been photographed. We have all the evidence we need. Is there anything else you want to say?
Give up.
Oh...
I knew I couldn't trust you hooligans. Even the simplest of sales was too much for you to handle.
I'm out!
Silvermane Guard Lady, I surrender! Take the microfilm back to the museum. I'm sorry.
Okay, I knew.
I only ask one thing. Please don't hand me over to my uncle. With Klepoth as my witness, Uncle would be so angry he'd turn me into a leather jacket.
That's not up to me.
Aw, I was hoping to make it up to me.
It was a difficult journey, but it had a happy ending. Not only did we manage to recover the microfilm, we also caught the culprit behind the museum thefts. And that's something worth celebrating. However, I'm still a little confused. Mr. Norbert is wealthy and opportunistic, but how did he manage to find so many accomplices and organize such a large-scale smuggling operation? These questions can wait until the interrogation. As for you and me, our work ends here. Thanks for your efforts.
You're
Come
welcome.
on. Let's take the microfilm back to the museum.
Come on, gotta go! Gotta go to our paper!
It works! The slides play without a hitch. The microfilm is undamaged. Once the projector is restored, the History Culture Hall can reopen to the public. Then visitors can enjoy all three of the museum's most important exhibits. I want to thank you again, on behalf of all the museum staff and all of the citizens of Belobog. If it weren't for your help, I'm afraid many of the exhibits in this museum would have been lost. That's for sure. And you know what? The way I see it, the museum's reopening is a very significant event, and worth remembering more than any other time in the past. A whole generation has grown up in the underworld in the last decade or so, and they never had the privilege of seeing these precious works of art and historical treasures. What you've done has helped bridge a huge gap for them. Even if it seems small to you, you did a very great thing here. That's enough praise for now. Anyway, if you did want to continue working as a part-time manager and handle the daily operations of the History Culture Hall, I recommend talking to Miss Eris. It's not like we don't have any other suitable candidates for the position. Isn't it great you can help us with such an enjoyable job?
Money.
Ah, and by the way, I'll keep you informed if we try anything noteworthy out of that Mr. Norbert guy. See you later.
Hmm.
I'm out! You ain't catching me! Yeah, take all my colas, boy! Come here, buddy. You ain't catching me today! Oh! Wow! As soon as you do about it. Ow. Scorching outpost. I would like to try it. Ow! Poo poo.
Oh. Oh. Upgrade General Hall interior to level 9.
Oh, I have to.
Okay.
That's my Jackie. Fire drink on my cola. Yeah, kaboom the sun.
Just call it good.
Make it big quick. Make it big quick. No, I'm making it. I have a dead bird over here.
Why not? Oh.
I want to protect everyone too. Helena Zertora!
Show no mercy.
The truth of life in death
Oh my God.
is but a vision. Break!
Time wasted your prescription!
Too late to repent.
Here, is thunder.
I'm not afraid of you.
Eliminating threat.
No interest in conflict.
Conflict is pitiless.
Need a doctor?
The truth of life in the sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
There we go. Another match.
Mission command. Show no mercy.
Battles are chess games. No two are alike.
So,
I commend you.
this will strengthen. I've no interest in conflict.
Please gravitating!
Here, is thunder.
Yes. Hey, Gurney. Gravity. And we have a chainsaw. Yeah.
All right, in 3 minutes we have to go through reading step, okay? Findy. I love Findy. Oh man. Let's get Hook.
It's way too funny, okay? Oh no. Look, forget that. I'm gravitating. Oh no. Oh, this coffee.
I'll need to record today's notes in the databank.
Ow. Forget that.
Moosey. What? Moosey? Isn't that what you said? Volunteer? Oh, I mean. Looks the best.
Yeah, boom the boy. Hey, yo, all gravity. Jump. Yes. We're having a party basically, but with no cake. Wah. Right? We're having a party but with no cake. And that's not good. We need cake. My character, like my character, have a demon with bats around me. I like how it's despawned. Yes, go! Sports knuckle sniff. Okay. Speaking of cake,
Nice.
so I got cake. 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 Speaking of cake. Cake. Speaking of cake,
Nice.
no, I want demon.
Bishtar cooked the great. Huh? That's right. It is. Oh.
Don't worry, Bo, I got a flashlight. A flashlight will fix everything! That's weird. You weird, buddy.
He's like, there's no going back. No knowledge whatsoever. That's hilarious.
I have sped just in case. No, dude, nothing! There's a pumpkin cat! I got a curry, my favorite is a pumpkin cat.
Mm.
There's a pumpkin and there's a rainbow behind it. There's pumpkin and rainbow!
Oh, my Lanta.
And I can go, whoa! No way. Duck! No, not duck! Why? Not duck! Why duck? I love ducks! Back duck! I revive you! Really? I have cake on my head!
Nice.
Cake is a god.
Hmm.
It ain't cake.
Mm-hmm.
I just made up a meme. I have cake on my head. I can always do. How many area sodas? Wow. I'm already out of soda. No! Revive me.
Huh.
Okay, well, get some more sodas. What's that thing? How many area sodas? I need more soda. Soda makes me sleepy, and I have a cake on my head, and I want to eat it.
There we go.
Victor, I need to get some equipment, okay? I'll be right back. Need a headset. Money. I have to. Please don't tell me. Emotes. I don't need. I need higher. Wait, Curry. You ready?
Yeah.
I know. You ready? Now, Mr. Krabs! Now, Mr. Krabs!
This will strengthen our position.
Come here, Mr. Krabs!
I've no interest in conflict.
I can start this!
The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
You bully!
Stay back, Clara.
Conflict is pitiless. Show no mercy.
Eliminating threat.
That's 30 million, 20 million, 40, 350. I don't need! Update! No, wait. Why?
Hmm.
It's an update! New character? Come on, Dad, I need a back to update!
Nice.
Oh, God. No, that's actually a weapon.
Hmm.
Question. What is this? Is there a new ability? This character? I wanna not anymore.
Hmm.
Ma- Okay, game.
Cool looking combo. Hmm.
Really? me that socks! Give me that socks! Get that one left, ducky boy!
Well, what time is it? Should be around any moment.
Mega luck. Mega magnets. Get those stairs, Maya! Nothing. Good. You know I go that world.
Huh.
Looks like lucky, okay? I yeeted myself to the moon! I could. I yanked at that. Look, think of my hand. I yanked at that.
Nice to see you. You're looking in good spirits. The museum is packed these days. I've never seen it so full of visitors. You run a tight ship here. Still, it'd be nice if those kids would stop littering. It's barely lunchtime and I've already picked up 3 half-eaten packs of Snow White popping candy.
We're dipping at 4, so you got 28 minutes to do whatever.
Get downstairs!
Ah, don't worry. Nothing was stolen this time. You remember that Norbert guy we captured? The Silvermane guards have acquired new intel from him. I thought you might find it interesting. I always wondered, how did he, a rich kid with virtually no real-life experience, suddenly think of becoming a smuggler? There's no way someone like him could have come up with the idea of disassembling a sculpture and hiding the pieces inside robots. The result is just as I expected. After less than half a day of interrogation, he confessed everything. He admitted that a mysterious figure named Mr. Coldfeet persuaded him to target the museum exhibits. Mr. Coldfeet fooled Norbert into believing that many of the museum's artifacts were forcibly seized from private collectors by the Silvermane guards. He told him that true justice would be returning the artifacts to the people. Norbert probably didn't believe any of that nonsense. I think he just wanted to prove himself and add more to his fortune. Mr. Coldfeet not only introduced him to buyers, but also gave him advice, and only charged him a 30% consultant's fee. In the opinion of our young Mr. Norbert, the deal was too good to refuse. I'll pretend I didn't hear that. So, I came to discuss with you about this Mr. Coldfeet. Norbert said Mr. Coldfeet operates with extreme discretion and knows the Silvermane guards' every move like the back of his hand. If he catches wind about the slightest rumor in the city, he'll disappear without a trace. If what Mr. Norbert said is true, then our safest option is to send a civilian to try to reach out to Mr. Coldfeet and lure him out of his lair. You guessed it. Everyone agrees that there is no better candidate than you. Norbert says he usually communicates with Mr. Coldfeet through the door of a room in the Goethe Hotel. The usual agreed meeting time is... right now. Take this as a final request from the Silvermane guards. Can you go to the Goethe Hotel to meet with this Mr. Coldfeet?
Let's figure that out another time. If anything, you can just use BlueStacks and play on your phone for free. Or play on the emulator for free.
So, this friend...
I'm a bit scared.
I rolled light, but I gave it to somebody. Do you still have next
There's no response. Did I remember the wrong password?
Norbert, is that you? Oh, what took you so long?
Simpo.
Oh, I was worried the Silvermane guards might have got to you. But you're not the type to turn someone in at first capture, right? Well, it's time for me to get on out of here. After all, we already made a nice little fortune on this trip, huh? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did you stop at a bar on the way over here? You know what we are? Accomplices. You know what that means? Partners in crime. You know what else that means? We're not friends. All right, enough chinwagging. So how much did the microfilm sell for?
Uh-oh. I'm just gonna have to make up an amount. Hope it's believable.
What? 500,000? No offense, kid, but I can't see you haggling that kind of number. Or maybe you... What kind of hotel is this anyway? No peepholes on the doors.
He's starting to suspect me. That's not good. I better think through the next question carefully before answering.
You know, I just realized there's something I forgot. Maybe you could help me remember. That Gears and Wisdom sculpture I told you to take apart and hide away? Can you remind me how many pieces it had?
50.
Well, now that's more like it. You had me in a cold sweat with those jokes.
No.
Here, hurry up and come inside. We need to discuss the details of our next operation. Oh, I mean, oh, if it isn't my valued client. What a pleasant surprise to see you again. Isn't it amazing how fate brings people together, huh? Huh? Our bridge of friendship could extend all the way to Everwinter Hill. Guests? So, you don't have any evidence? Well, I mean, how could you? Your old buddy, Sampo, is a model citizen these days. You know the guards on sentry duty in the restricted zone? I deliver their breakfast every day.
Waffles!
Okay. So, kinda cold out, huh? Man, this is getting uncomfortable. Okay, I have a proposal. I'm sure you're gonna find this very reasonable. Yeah, I made a few small fortunes in the artifact business lately, and I can give you 1/3 of my earnings. How about that, huh? In exchange, I only ask that you please don't tell the Silvermane guards about me. Just tell them you missed the culprit. You're a big hero. They won't give you a hard time about it, right? How's that sound, huh? 1/3 is a lot of money. Think about it. I would never dare to rip off a valued client such as yourself. I knew you were a reasonable person. Here, take it. Oh, Mr. Cold Feet always keeps his word. It's been a pleasure doing business with you. Well, I'll be on my way then. I wish you and your friends a happy today, a happy tomorrow, and a happy day after that.
Sampo's probably miles away already. I should send a message to Pela.
What? Oh, I told him.
I'm here. Sorry to keep you waiting. Did you touch anything? This room has signs of activity. I see. Mr. Coldfeet is a cunning one indeed. He knows how to keep his identity hidden, and his sources are fast and reliable. I guess he found out about Mr. Norbert's arrest and made a run for it. Still, Billabog is only so big. Unless he's brave enough to hide out in the snow plains, we'll catch him sooner or later. Thank you for all your hard work. You've helped us enough already. Leave the rest to the Silvermane guards. Oh, by the way, if you still want to help run the History and Culture Museum, Miss Saris and I are always happy to work with you.
Okay,
Speaking of which, Miss Eris was just looking for you. why don't you go to the museum and talk to her?
This mode. Yay! This mode.
Huh.
Keep thinking that's like my... I don't know. Wait, do I have to break the walls?
Oh, hello.
Break the walls,
Thank you for
boy!
all your help. Business at the museum is booming again. I haven't seen this many people here since I was a little girl. Oh, right! There's something I wanted to tell you. A man with blue hair came along and left a message. He asked me to pass it on to the manager of the museum. Here. I haven't read the content. Do you want to take a look?
To my dearest and most valued client, from the bottom of my heart, thank you.
What are you?
Your generosity means that Mr. Cold Feet is free to keep roaming the snowy plains of Bellabog. So, how's museum manager life treating you? Just a little reminder, when it comes to working in museums, I'm quite the dab hand.
Oh.
What I mean to say is, if you're ever in need of a passionate and professional individual, one with an inside
he's a grappling
knowledge
hook.
of museum security blind spots, I'm only a call away. Don't worry, my exhibit smuggling days are behind me.
Call me funny.
Ooh.
Get up! Yeah, buddy! You can't catch me! I found a pickle!
Abraham will be dipping in 14 minutes, okay?
Yeah, you did! Off of that transport. What is this crap? I like stuff. I will grapple your head, boy! I won't grapple your head. That's grapple you. Not the pickle! I hate pickles. I officially hate pickles.
Conflict is pitiless.
Hide. Are you all right? Stay back, Clara.
Help me, Mr. Sora!
Mission command. Mission command.
Here, there's thunder.
Annihilate.
The sanctuary
Oh,
is but a vision.
hello, Honkai. I'm doing well. How are you?
Are you all right? Stay back, Clara.
Conflict is pitiless. Show no
Enjoying
mercy.
Honkai.
Eliminating threat.
Help me, Mr.
Where are you up to? Alright. Yeah, there's. Keep on knocking those out. Go. Sand. Oh, no, that's what I thought. I'll be over here. All right, dip in 8 minutes, my friend.
What?
We dip in 8 minutes.
Out, James.
Just want to throw it all in the trash. Just let me throw it in the trash. Sorry, tell me all the limited time stuff I've done. Ooh. Yes.
No!
Go.
Try and give me buddy!
Whoa. I'm no longer useful to you. All right. All right, friends. This is me getting off. I 99% most likely won't be back on tonight. So, see you tomorrow. Peace.